Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. The Los Angeles Dodgers are one of the most iconic franchises in Major League Baseball, and 2025 has been no different in terms of expectations and performances. Sitting comfortably atop the National League standings, the Dodgers have managed to maintain their dominance through a combination of superstar power, savvy roster construction, and standout performances on both offense and defense. But even in a season filled with promise, no team is immune to the bumps in the road, especially when it comes to the fragile nature of a pitching staff. For the Dodgers, that fragility just reared its head again, and this time it's in the form of their highly anticipated rookie pitcher, Roki Sasaki. After an up-and-down start to his MLB career, Sasaki has been sidelined indefinitely with a shoulder impingement, throwing another wrench into the rotation and sparking a wave of concern throughout the organization and fan base alike. It's no secret that the Dodgers have been bitten hard by the injury bug in recent weeks. Blake Snell and Tyler Glasnow, two of the biggest names in their starting rotation, are already on the 15-day injured list. Losing either one of those arms would be a problem for any team, but losing both at the same time puts even more pressure on the remaining starters, and that's where Roki Sasaki was supposed to step up. Touted as a phenom coming out of Japan, Sasaki was seen as a game changer, a guy who could bring electric velocity and composure well beyond his years. But now, with his shoulder barking and no clear timetable for his return, the Dodgers are left scrambling once again to keep their rotation intact. And make no mistake, Sasaki's injury couldn't have come at a worse time for this club, which is already juggling thin margins at the top of the division. What makes Sasaki's situation even more complicated is the nature of the injury itself. A shoulder impingement isn't just something you ice and rest for a week. It's a red flag, especially for a pitcher who relies on high-velocity fastballs like Sasaki does. The Athletic's Fabien Ardaya, speaking on the Foul Territory show, didn't hold back when assessing the long-term implications. "I think they should be at least somewhat worried," Ardaya said, especially since this is a shoulder issue he was dealing with last year too. That's the kind of comment that makes fans and front offices hold their breath. If this is a recurring issue, a chronic condition that stems from his mechanics or workload, the Dodgers could be looking at something far more serious than just a temporary setback. Shoulder issues have derailed many promising careers, and Sasaki's youth doesn't necessarily guarantee a full recovery. Let's not forget that Sasaki's performance so far in his rookie season has been a mixed bag. Through 8 games, he's posted an ERA of 4.72, a number that's far from disastrous, but not exactly what the Dodgers were hoping for from their newest international star. He struck out 24 batters, allowed 29 hits, 18 runs, and 22 walks. Those control numbers are particularly concerning, especially the walks, which suggest he's struggling to locate his pitches effectively, a problem that can be directly tied to discomfort in the shoulder. When a pitcher can't trust his body, everything falls apart. The velocity drops, the command vanishes, the confidence erodes, and in Sasaki's case, all of those things may have already started to happen even before the injury sidelined him. Officially, Fabien Ardaya also touched on Sasaki's velocity, arguably his calling card, and how noticeably it dipped before the team shut him down. That's another alarming sign. For a pitcher who built his reputation on hitting triple digits with ease, losing even a few miles per hour can be devastating. Is this something that can be corrected? Ardaya asked. Is this something that the way he throws is going to lead them to shoulder issues, and the velocity is not going to get back to where he is? Those questions hang heavy over Dodger Stadium, because if the answer is no, if this is something that can be corrected or is baked into his mechanics, then the Dodgers may have to rethink not just this season's rotation, but their entire plan for Sasaki's development going forward. You've got a feel for Sasaki. The pressure of being a Japanese superstar transitioning to the MLB is already immense. When you add in the expectations of playing for the Dodgers, a team that's built to win now, and combine that with physical limitations, it becomes an incredibly tough situation for any 22-year-old to handle. Sasaki didn't ask for this spotlight, but he's in it now. The Dodgers will no doubt do everything in their power to support him, from top-tier medical evaluations to personalized rehab programs. But the clock is ticking. Every game he misses is a game the Dodgers have to cover with a patchwork rotation, and every week he's out puts more strain on a bullpen that's already seen heavy usage this year. This also forces the Dodgers to look externally. With the trade deadline looming in a couple of months, LA may have no choice but to explore the market for another arm. That wasn't necessarily in the plan when the season began. After all, they thought they had depth with Snell, Glasnow, Bobby Miller, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and Sasaki. But as we all know, in baseball, plans change quickly. And if the team senses that Sasaki's shoulder is going to be a lingering issue, don't be surprised if names like Shane Bieber, Corbin Burns, or even lower-profile innings eaters start showing up in trade rumors connected to LA. Because one thing's for sure, the Dodgers aren't going to sit idly by if they think this threatens their World Series chances. And here's where it gets even trickier. Do the Dodgers push Sasaki to return this season if he says he's feeling good? Or do they take the cautious route and shut him down for a longer period to make sure this doesn't become a chronic problem? That's a tough decision. This is a team that's built for the postseason, but also thinking long-term about building around stars like Sasaki. You don't want to damage a potential ace by rushing him back, but you also can't ignore the current needs of a roster that's still very much in win-now mode. It's a balancing act, and one the Dodgers front office will be scrutinized for no matter how it plays out. They've gotten a lot of credit for their player development over the years. Now it's time to see how they handle adversity. Now, all the Dodgers can do is hope for good news from Sasaki's evaluations and trust their medical team to guide his recovery. Meanwhile, fans will be watching every update closely, hoping to see their young phenom back on the mound and back to throwing heat, sooner rather than later. Because the Roki Sasaki that fans were promised was supposed to be electric, dominant, and durable, and while the first two qualities are still within reach, the durability question is now very much up in the air. It's a storyline that could define the Dodgers season and perhaps even shape the future of their pitching staff for years to come. At the end of the day, baseball is a game of adjustments, and this is just another test for a team that has faced its fair share of them over the last few years. Roki Sasaki's injury is unfortunate, yes, but it's also a reminder of how fragile even the most promising arms can be. If the Dodgers can weather this storm, they'll be stronger for it. If not, well, the conversation around what could have been will only grow louder. For now, though, all eyes remain on Sasaki's shoulder and what it means for the Dodgers' quest for another World Series crown. Let's just hope this is a speed bump, not a roadblock. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. It's official. After weeks of speculation, countless rumors, and social media going into meltdown mode with every vague tweet and blurry airport photo, the Los Angeles Dodgers have pulled off one of the biggest moves in recent baseball history. Aaron Judge, the towering slugger who's become a modern icon of the sport, is now officially a Dodger. Yes, you heard that right. The same Aaron Judge who was the face of the New York Yankees, the captain, the 62-homer legend, is swapping the pinstripes for Dodger blue. And it wasn't just a quiet behind-the-scenes deal. No, this was Hollywood, baby. The Dodgers turned the announcement into a full-blown party. There were fireworks, celebrities, a packed fan event at Dodger Stadium, and even Judge himself walking out to roaring applause. If this is how the 2025 season is starting, we're in for a wild ride. Now let's talk about how this bombshell actually happened. It all started with whispers. A few sources close to the situation began hinting that Judge was unhappy with the direction of the Yankees. While he remained professional on and off the field, insiders claimed that behind the scenes Judge was craving a fresh start. Something bold, something ambitious. Enter the Dodgers, a team that's never been shy about making blockbuster moves. Fresh off a season where they fell short of expectations, the front office wanted to make a statement. And what better way to do that than by signing one of the most dominant power hitters in the game today? The talks reportedly accelerated over the last 2 weeks, but the front office kept it tight. No leaks, no distractions. Just quiet, high-stakes negotiations that finally led to a deal nobody thought was possible just months ago. The celebration? It was next level. Dodgers fans showed up in the thousands, completely selling out the stadium even though there wasn't a game. A massive screen lit up center field as the countdown began. And then, with lights flashing and music blaring, Aaron Judge emerged wearing his brand new Dodgers jersey, number 99 of course, and the crowd erupted. The team spared no expense. There were interviews, autograph sessions, even a mini home run derby for fans. Judge addressed the crowd with humility and excitement, saying he was ready to bring a championship back to LA. And let's be honest, after years of coming close, Dodgers fans are hungry for another ring. With Judge in the lineup, their chances just skyrocketed. This move isn't just about hype, it's about impact. Aaron Judge brings more than home runs. He brings leadership, experience, and a clubhouse presence that can shift the culture of an entire organization. For the Dodgers, who have built a reputation for combining analytics with star power, Judge is the perfect fit. He's disciplined. At the plate, a defensive force in the outfield, and perhaps most importantly, a player who thrives in big moments. Think about it. Postseason lights shining, Game 7 pressure, and Judge stepping up to the plate. That's a scenario LA dreams of. And now it's not a dream. It's reality. But what does this mean for the Yankees? Losing Aaron Judge is more than just losing a bat in the lineup. It's losing a leader, a symbol of the franchise, someone who embodied everything the Bronx Bombers stood for. Fans in New York are understandably stunned. Some are angry, others heartbroken. Many are asking how it got to this point. Was it about money? Was it about vision? Or was it simply a case of a superstar wanting a new chapter in his career? Whatever the reason, the Yankees now face a massive challenge, filling the void left by their captain. That's no easy task. But for now, all eyes are on LA, and LA is basking in the moment. Social media exploded within minutes of the announcement. Hashtags like Taj Judge in Blue, Dodger Dynasty, and Nito 99 takes LA were trending worldwide. Celebrities like LeBron James, Magic Johnson, and even Snoop Dogg took to Instagram to welcome Judge to the City of Angels. You'd think the Dodgers just won the World Series. And honestly, with this kind of move, they just might be setting the stage for that exact outcome. The message from the front office was clear. We're not here to rebuild. We're here to win now. And with Aaron Judge, that message couldn't be louder. Financially, the deal is reportedly one of the biggest in MLB history. While exact numbers haven't been confirmed yet, sources close to the team suggest a multi-year contract north of $400 million, with incentives that could push it even higher. That would make Judge one of the highest paid players in the game. And deservedly so. This is a guy who smashed home run records, carried teams on his back, and brought fans to the gates in droves. The Dodgers know exactly what they're paying for: power, performance, and presence. And for a franchise with deep pockets and high expectations, this was a no-brainer. From a baseball perspective, this opens up a world of possibilities. Imagine a Dodgers lineup with Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and Aaron Judge. A terrifying trio for any pitcher to face. Add in their already elite pitching rotation and deep farm system, and this team becomes an instant favorite not just in the National League, but across all of baseball. And the NL West just got a lot more interesting. The Padres and Giants now have even more reason to scramble for upgrades, because the Dodgers just went from contenders to juggernauts. It's also a cultural moment. Aaron Judge represents more than just stats. He's a role model, a face for the next generation of fans, and a player who plays the game the right way. His move to LA signals a shift in baseball's power dynamic. For decades, the Yankees were the gold standard, but now the Dodgers are staking their claim as a destination for stars. With a modern stadium, cutting-edge analytics, and now one of the biggest names in the sport, Los Angeles is becoming the epicenter of baseball excellence. So what comes next? Spring training can't come soon enough. Dodgers fans are already ordering 99 jerseys, planning road trips, and dreaming about October. The hype is real, and for good reason. This is more than just a signing. It's a seismic shift, a moment that will be remembered for years. Aaron Judge in Dodger blue. It's not just official, it's electric. Buckle up, baseball fans. The 2025 season just got a whole lot more exciting, and if you're in LA, you might want to clear your October schedule. Something special is brewing at Chavez Ravine. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.